because I'm going to take a leg turn from you because some shit's going to happen up here.
Oh!
March 25th, 2016. A day millions of fans had waited a lifetime to see. Two of the biggest names in pop culture were about to face head-to-head in a cinematic matchup that would shatter box office records and mark a milestone in comic book history and film. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice was going to be a springboard for the burgeoning DC Extended Universe. A promise for fans of DC Comics who had seen the Marvel Cinematic Universe dominate the zeitgeist for nearly a decade. A promise that would culminate with one director's vision for an epic superhero blockbuster. That director's vision would be met by mixed reviews, anger, resentment, radical studio changes, and untimely death. What started as a launchpad towards the Justice League would become an arduous 5-year journey for one director and his fans. A journey that would unite millions across a divided globe as they chanted in unison, "Release the Snydercut." The promise that was once impossible became the promise that was now inevitable. This is the story of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Chapter 1, The Promise. It had been 1 month since Zack Snyder's Man of Steel had launched the DC Extended Universe. His vision of a grounded Superman in a post-9/11 world was met with mixed critical reception. However, fans responded positively to the director's take on the last son of Krypton. Warner Brothers had been impressed with Zack's record on comic book films. From the bloody Frank Miller adaptation of 300 to the Cold War cautionary tale of The Watchmen, Zack Snyder, a child of a photographer and painter, had gone from a music video director to a bona fide blockbuster filmmaker. Now, Warner Brothers felt they had the right person to lead their cinematic universe by trusting Zack with two of the biggest names in pop culture history. DC was a good 5 years behind the Marvel Universe, whose biggest properties such as Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Daredevil were locked away by other studios. Despite this, Marvel Studios, now owned by Disney, had made characters like Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America household names. For Warner Brothers, this was inconsequential. They had Batman and Superman on screen for the first time in film history, and nothing could topple that combination. Nearly a month later, on August 22nd, the world woke up to find that Oscar winner Ben Affleck would be Zack's Batman. The reaction was very mixed to Affleck's casting, as his previous superhero turn as the blind lawyer and vigilante Daredevil had been a source of derision and hate for both the fans and Affleck himself. This would be the first of several casting decisions that would be questioned as production of Batman v Superman went ahead. 2 months later, audiences would learn that actor Ezra Miller was cast Barry Allen, a.k.a. The Flash. That same month, during an investor's call, Warner Brothers revealed its upcoming slate of DC films, including Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Shazam, The Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, and Green Lantern. What caught the attention of most fans was the announcement that Zack Snyder would direct 2 Justice League films back-to-back. In December of that same year, Israeli actress and model Gal Gadot was announced as Wonder Woman. Again, critics questioned the actress's ability and physicality for the roles, as her only claim to fame had been a recurring role in the Fast and Furious saga.
I got you.
Consequently, as cameras rolled, news would emerge in the spring of 2014 that Game of Thrones actor Jason Momoa was cast as the much-mocked DC hero Aquaman. Momoa's casting was well received as his stage presence signified a change in tone from the blonde, short-haired hero to a darker and more serious character. With the final announcement of actor Ray Fisher as Cyborg, it was becoming clear that Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice was not just a sequel to Man of Steel, but a step towards a larger universe. In spite of the excitement for a shared universe, many questioned whether Warner Brothers was rushing their slate of films to catch up to Marvel. The MCU had seen 5 separate theatrical releases before their superhero team-up 2012's The Avengers. What troubled most fans, however, was the casting decision of Jesse Eisenberg as the infamous Lex Luthor. Regardless, fans mostly kept faith in Zack's decision, as he had earned praise for casting Michael Shannon as Zod in Man of Steel, a decision even detractors of the film applauded. 2014 would reveal photos of all the actors in their counterpart roles, building excitement and hype as filming for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice wrapped in December of 2014. As 2015 rolled around, comic book fans looked forward to the Avengers sequel, Age of Ultron, reuniting all original Avengers and introducing new characters. Avengers: Age of Ultron landed in theaters on May 1st of 2015, and the response was mostly positive. While the film did draw in a massive box office haul, it fell short of its 2012 predecessor. Critics felt the formula of the Marvel films beginning to emerge as a sequel did not match the energy or originality of the first film. Age of Ultron also felt like a step backwards in quality compared to the MCU's 2014 films Guardian of the Galaxy and Captain America: The Winter Soldier. It seemed the mythical Marvel fatigue was beginning to appear. While no one doubted the success of Marvel films, it would be ironic that Marvel's most praised and celebrated production title in 2015 would be its Netflix-produced Daredevil, which showed a violent and gritty side of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The apathetic reaction to Avengers: Age of Ultron would grow as Warner and DC released a pair of trailers that would echo throughout the rest of 2015. Although a teaser for Batman v Superman had been released in April. Opening with what appeared to be Superman on trial in front of the U.S. Congress. Audiences immediately learned that this film was going to be darker than his 2013 predecessor. The trailer dominated headlines and social media as the epic 3.5-minute trailer quelled almost any criticisms that had been hurled at the film. Despite being 8 months away from release, it seemed clear that DC was primed to take Marvel's coveted throne. Speculators predicted that Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice could very well shatter any or all records held by Marvel. In August 2015, it was reported that an early cut of the film received a standing ovation from Warner Brothers executives. Most praise was geared towards Ben Affleck as Batman. Subsequently, a deal was struck for Affleck to star in at least 3 more films as the Caped Crusader. August would also see the first look at David Ayer's Suicide Squad, which interlaced a bleak world with colorful villains overlaced with a sullen rendition of I Started a Joke. If Marvel fatigue was setting in, excitement for DC was just beginning to boil. As 2015 came to a close, DC and Warner Brothers had made a promise to rock the world come 2016.
Really? Really?